by the golden treasures meant to accompany them to the afterlife. Treasures that have proven irresistible. By the end of the 19th century, nearly every tomb in the Valley of the Kings had been picked clean, the riches carried away by both archaeologists and thieves. Nevertheless, Howard Carter, a self-taught British Egyptologist, was sure there was one more tomb. That of a little-known pharaoh named Tutankhamun. He had no idea the discovery of King Tut's final resting place would unleash one of the most sensational legends of the 20th century, the legend of the Mummy's Curse. By the fall of 1922, Howard Carter had been searching for the tomb of King Tutankhamun for 5 years. His financial backer was George Herbert, the 5th Earl of Carnarvon, an avid amateur archaeologist. Lord Carnarvon had already spent the modern equivalent of $500,000 and was about to give up. Carter begged him to give him one last The officer was stunned by Langford's condition. The MP was bleeding from a head wound and breathing faintly. His cap had been stuffed into his mouth, and the cord from his radar unit had been wrapped around his neck. His pistol strap was tied around his ankles. Langford's handcuffs were clamped on his left wrist, and on his left hand was a cryptic message written in black ink, March 3, and what looked like the name Robert.
Oh, he's still alive. I'll get his shirt off. Careful, careful.
As old as the gun. I don't believe that Gabby was the person that caused the death.
On August 18th at around 10 p.m., Diane Labinek had just put her children to bed. Her husband was out running an errand when the dogs began to howl.
I walked right to the window and I saw flames right on the back of the field. Extremely red flames and lots of smoke. It didn't look like a fire. I know what a fire looks like when you start a fire out there, and the grass was very dry, so if you start a fire, you will see it moving, whether this way or closer to the woods, and the fire was standing in one spot.
He has a nice voice.
For the past 5 months, local social workers have been counseling her and still know almost nothing about her. Tonight they ask your help to find the young woman's family or friends. Our story begins in Port Hueneme, California, September 8th, 1992.
Do you live around here?
The murderous quickly determined for her safety. He took her to the
He just started crying. I got my kids up, and then he started calling the show as soon as they showed the number on it.
When Eugene and Sherry spoke on the phone that evening, Eugene was saddened to learn that his younger brother Jimmy had died of heart disease in 1973. However, he was thrilled to know that Sherry, Terry, and Debbie had all been adopted by the same family and had been searching for Eugene and his brother Dean as well. On February 7th, 1993, all of the Price children gathered for an emotional reunion at a restaurant near Eugene's home in Taylor, Michigan. It was their first time together in 29 years.
Hey, Kate, what are you doing here?
Can I come in?
Sure. What is it? What's the matter?
Nothing. You're not gonna understand.
Well, something's wrong. You can tell me.
It's fine.
You can talk
I'm
to
fine.
me.
I'm fine.
Okay,
No.
why don't you sit down?
No.
I'll get you a glass of water. You want? Yeah.
Water is fine. Water is good.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, I finished the first chapter. You want to read it?
Maybe all we can do is try our best and have faith that everything will turn out the way it's meant to.
That sounds like good advice.
How are you feeling?
Oh, I feel good. Oh, well, I might need to sit down a little bit.
Hey, are you hungry? Because if you are, I could go back to the food court and buy probably nothing you could eat.
I'm fine, honey.
All these people.
And there's still weeks to go.
Oh, speaking of which,
This is beef stroganoff, guys.
excuse me. Hi. Can I get this in a
Rubbermaid Brilliant.
Hey, yeah, I didn't think so many people would.
I told you that everyone was
Cassie, I'm really sorry about the way I acted. I never meant to.
Why did you do it?
an angel off your tree.
Mr. Morrell.
And I got this boy's name, Thomas. But every time I try to buy Thomas a gift, something would happen. Something important to me.
What do you mean?
I'm not talking about winning the lottery. It's more like a feeling. And I'm not explaining this right, but it's as if something or someone was trying to guide me. Open my eyes to show me what really matters in this life.
Mr. Morrell.
And yesterday I was blessed with the birth of two beautiful, healthy boys. And I know deep in my heart it's a gift I can never repay. And the closest I'll ever come is to see to it that my paper angel receives the gifts he asked for.
I can't believe the door locked on me. Carl? Carl, come on, open the door. This is serious. This is not funny. This is not happening. Carl! Carl!
miss you too.
You're here to take me home, right?
How you been holding up?
All right, but I really want to go home.
Your mother and I found a place that can help you.
But I don't need help.
Carl, we have to figure out what went wrong and how to fix it.
Fuck that!
Calm down, Carl. Carl! You have to learn how to cope with life.
Why don't you just go to hell and see how you cope with that?
Judge carefully, because as always, there are two sides. Or in some cases. Do you believe that dreams foretell the future? Millions do. Walk into it's easy to find books on the subject. The power of dream catching. Nightmares get caught in the webbing while you sleep, and only the good dreams go through. Deborah Wilkins could use a dream catcher these days. She's having a dream. The nightmare returns night after night, and it's more than just frightening. It's the kind of dream that can...
I'm gonna take a shower soon, guys.
Just one big happy family.
That night, Bob broke the news to his wife, Susan. I think it'd be best if I talked to him. But the hardest part would be to tell his son, Ronnie, who'd been counting on a new car, paid for by Dad. In fact, it seemed that a car was the only thing on Ronnie's mind. Nice work. How many does this make?
Stop counting it too hard.
But don't worry. I drove a very hard bargain.
The same John Cutler who had fired Ronnie's father. Was this just an astounding coincidence? Or did young Ronnie want his dream car so badly that he made it happen? Can people control their own future by sheer force of will? And what about the irony of his father's boss becoming the victim of Ronnie's dream? Is this story of the impossible used car deal based on reality? Or have we traded in the truth for another loss?
Strong. She will recover. I truly hope so. I'm going to prescribe sulfates. Perhaps they'll help. All we can do is keep an eye on her. Thank you for coming to us. Need your help.
Reverend Blackburn, nice to meet you. Sit down, please. Thank you, officer. We'll be fine.
So they brought this very meek, mild-mannered young man into the room. And he was asking my help.
What is it here? What's going on?
I can make it rain. They put a cross around my neck and it burned. Rosary in my hand and it burned.
Son, don't you think it would be a lot simpler if you just stopped all this nonsense right now? You're making all this up, aren't you?
All of a sudden, like that, demeanor changed. And the smell came into the room.
48. I-18. B6. Round over.
Hi guys, so I'm in bed. That's my lights. What I call Christmas tree lights because they look like little bulbs in a tree right now, don't they? Yep. That's my view out of the parking lot. 2 stories up. So, good night, Mom. Hug and kiss the kitty. She's my baby forever and ever. And no scaring me and your boyfriend Piglet. He's with my boyfriend ER right now. Alrighty. I'm gonna do quizzes tomorrow. Probably 2 quizzes, I guess. And then head out for the cafe and get my turkey meal. Alright. Soon I'll play Sherlock and then get going to sleep.
Tried to be quiet in case the man was still trying to find me. Eventually, I made it to someone else's yard, and from there I got to a road where I had enough signal to call for help. Police picked me up and went to check on my car, but of course, the man was gone by then. I was surprised though, because my car hadn't been looted, and the bag of food was still on the porch of the abandoned house. But that could only mean that the man had other intentions, likely far worse than just robbing me.
Molly is now held inside a padded room. The doctor then visits her and begins to try rationalizing what's going on. After reading Molly's files, she deduces that Molly is simply having another psychotic break, after the last one she had back when she was 18 years old. The possessed Molly begins saying that the reason why she's being possessed again now. This happens because it's been 6 years, 6 months and almost 6 days since the last time she got possessed, which means that something big is coming a few days from now. Molly begins thrashing her body like crazy and begins screaming.
He's coming!
Seeing him and hugs him tightly in the shower. When he asks what's wrong, she struggles to find the words to explain. She then goes downstairs and discovers that Bridget has no scars, which makes her very happy. After dropping the girls off at school, Linda returns home. As she is about to get in, the backyard dustbin catches her attention. She slowly opens its lid, only to find that the dead bird is still there. Terrified, she quickly goes inside the bathroom to check for the lithium tablets, but fails to find them. Linda then goes through her phone book and discovers that the page containing Dr. Roth's number is still intact. Regardless, she tears it and keeps